Good morning, friends. So, we were talking about the different types of artificial vegetative propagations. In that, we have seen there are four types of artificial vegetative propagation, that is, cutting, layering, grafting, and budding. So, the first three types we have already seen in previous video lectures. If you want to know the what is cutting, layering, and grafting, then please do watch the previous video lectures. So let's start with the fourth type of artificial vegetative propagation, that is budding. So let's see the definition. That is, it is a type of grafting in which bud is grafted on the stalk known as budding. So in budding we simply cut the bud and which is grafted on the stalk. There are two types of budding. First one is tea or shield budding and second one is patch budding. So let's see what is tea or shield budding. It is method that consists of grafting of bud on the stalk by taking cut on the stalk in the form of T shape known as tea budding. So let's see the method, actually how it is carried out. So here is the diagram where we can see that in the first diagram, that is part of the scion with bud and leaf. Then second diagram, the leaf cut off and thorns removed. Then in third diagram, shield shape bark with the eye. Then in the fourth diagram, budding eye with candle. Fifth diagram, T-shaped cut on stalk cleared on thorns and leaves. Then T-shaped cut being loosened for inserting the budding eye. Then budding eye inserted on the stalk. Then tying the eye with a polythene strip, and after few weeks it will develop or it will generate a new branch. So let's see preparation of stalk. At first, T-shaped bark is cut on the stalk. To prepare T-shaped cut of bark on the stalk, a vertical cut of 1 inch long is made and then horizontal cut is made at the top of this vertical cut so that we can get the T-shape cut. Then knife is twisted slightly to open the two flaps of bark for the insertion of the scion or bud. Then second one is preparation of scion. Usually bud is removed after the preparation of stalk to avoid drying of the scion. A clear cut is made about a half inch above and below the bud. As a result of this, a shield shaped piece of bark with a bud in the middle is detached from the stem. The part of wood is attached to the bark is removed carefully without injuring the bud. Then third step is insertion of bud or scion on the stalk. The shield shaped piece of bark containing a bud is inserted into T-shaped cut made on the stalk. The shield is pushed under the two raised flaps of bark and is properly covered by two flaps of bark, keeping the bud exposed. The graft is tied with polythene tape, keeping the bud uncovered. The whole operation should be done quickly to avoid drying of the bud. When the bud develops into a shoot, the wrapped polythene tape is removed and the stalk is cut off 2 to 3 inches above the bud. Okay, so this is a process which is carried out in T or T shape or shield budding. So let's see the second type of budding, that is patch budding. Patch budding is slower and more difficult to perform than tea budding. In this case, a rectangular piece of bark that is 2 to 2.5 centimeter in width is removed completely from the stalk. A patch of bark of exactly the same size containing a desirable bud is removed from the soil and then it is fitted on the exposed area on the stalk and tied firmly around with a plastic tape or string. So here's the diagram of patch budding where we can see the cut on the stalk and the scion which contains the bud. Then in the next diagram where we can see the bud which is fitted on the stalk and after that which is tied with the polythene strip. Then let's talk about the advantages of vegetative propagation. The plants developed by this method shows uniform characters such as growth, yield, flower and fruit quality. Okay, so as these plants are generated by vegetative propagation, so the all plants are in same growth, yield, flower and fruit quality. The seedless plant has no alternative than this vegetative method. So some plants do not produce seeds. In that case, these seedless plants have very good advantage of this vegetative propagations. For examples of these vegetative propagated plants are banana, pineapple and grapes. These plants are generally propagated by this vegetative propagations. So vegetative propagated plant produces earlier fruits than sexual or seed propagated plants. So in vegetatively propagated plants, the generation of fruits is earlier than the sexually propagated plants. So it is a rapid and simple method of propagation through which large number of new plants can be obtained. The ornamental and fruit plant shows unique characters. They can be get lost by seed propagated plants but are maintained with the help of vegetative propagations. Okay, so in vegetatively propagated plants they maintain their characters or the good characters which maintains the good characters because they are vegetatively propagated. In case of sexually propagated plants, the characters may be get separated because of the sexual reproduction, because we know that in reproduce sexual reproduction there is a presence of meiosis before fertilization, so the characters get separated in sexual reproduction. But in case of vegetative propagation, the sexual or the meiosis is absent, so that the exchange of characters or the exchange of chromosomes is not possible in vegetative propagation, so the characters is maintained in generations. Some fruit varieties are susceptible to certain diseases. By budding or grafting onto resistant root stocks, those varieties can be grown without pest or disease. Example, some disease of citrus and grapes can be avoided by this method. So we can also generate a disease-free plants by budding or grafting. So it is a very good advantage for vegetatively propagated plants. Then it is possible to take advantage of modifying influence of rootstock on the scion. In some cases, variety may be otherwise very suitable but may not grow in particular type of soil and climatic conditions. Then this is possible by grafting the variety on the suitable rootstock. In extreme cold region, apples are grown on Russian stock or crab apple. So again, this is also a very good advantage for vegetatively propagated plants, or we can say that the plants which is not grown in some soil and climatic conditions which can be grown by this vegetatively propagated methods by grafting or budding. Then composite plant can be raised by grafting. This type of plant bears several varieties or types of fruit or flowers, and examples are: on one rootstock different citrus fruit like grapefruit, pomelo, mandarin, and sweet orange can be grown. Similarly, on single rootstock, flower of different colors can be obtained by bird grafting in roses. On wild inferior species of plant, superior varieties can be grafted so as to convert wild plant into domestic plant of superior quality. So this is about the advantages of vegetatively propagated plants. Now let's see the demerits or the disadvantages of vegetative propagation. The vegetative propagated plants, particularly budded and grafted ones, are generally not as vigorous and long lived as seed propagated plants. So these are the disadvantages of vegetative propagated plants. It requires skill and skilled person. New variety cannot be developed by this method. So new varieties can be developed by sexual reproduction in plants. So new variety cannot be generated by this vegetatively propagated method. Then grafted or budded plants are costly as compared to seed propagated plants. Artificial vegetative propagation is restricted to only dicot and gymnosperms. Okay, so the artificial vegetative propagation is restricted to only dicot and gymnosperms, or we can say that the plants which shows the secondary growth. Okay, so in case of monocot the secondary growth is absent, so there is artificial vegetative propagation is not possible. Many diseases can be getting transferred through infected vegetative part of plants. So these are the demerits or disadvantages in vegetatively propagated plants. So we are stopping here. So in next video lecture we'll be going to talk on the seed viability and the treatments to break the seed viability, that we are going to see in next video lecture. So till then, stay safe, stay home, and happy learning.